So with the first video on the production update of the 1989 being watched 7,000 times in 24 hours, here's another. There's a lot of work that has been going on for the past 6 months. That's parts production, but mostly that's been a lot of handwork, cleaning up every part. Here you see the actual metal axles that will support the entire frame. This is just part of the lower part of the mold that is used to produce only a part of the front half of the vehicle. Just look at the size of this thing. Just imagine how many of those we need to make this whole thing work. Anyway, as you can see, we paint it. Then we look, then we sand again. That's why you see the difference between the painted and unpainted version. And then we keep going until it's perfect. And we've got a Dutch team now in the Chinese factories helping us with parts production so that everything that comes here before shipping out is going to be perfect. We might even be able to ship straight from the factory when they finish their work and offer a shipping option that is sea shipping for at least North America, which would save you half the cost, and it would be around 4 to 6 weeks to get to you. So that might be interesting now that we have the Dutch team there in place as well. Like I said, 6 months of work. You see the metal support rods. That's part of the metal frame that is underneath the body for this thing. And we'll keep going until all the seams are gone. So that's what you might have seen in the videos if you're part of the closed Facebook. But at the end of this video, you'll see a completed test version. And you will see that even though this is made up of so many different parts, and we're talking hundreds of parts, you won't see any seams anywhere. So, like I said in the previous video, the cockpit alone is well over 100 parts. Every switch, every light, every knob, every lens, and all parts are individually sanded, painted, assembled, and then assembled in the dashboard. Here you see one of the side pods. One of the unique things, like I said before, is that ours is the only one that has two unique side pods, one for the passenger side, one for the other side. And here you see, and I'm so happy how this is turning out, the production version interior. You're seeing actual carpeting. You're seeing actual, these handles will move actually. There's the die-cast steering wheel. There's leather with silicone cover on the seats. Then there's a leather effect on the middle console. Again, this way you'll see there are no seams, and there's even panels behind the headrests, as well as all the parts in the middle console. And finally, the only one that will have actual user panels and lights in the doors. Here you can see it in the driver door, in the door panel on the left with the two LEDs, as well as, of course, all the tiny printed labels. Now, you're going to need a macro lens for most of you to even see those labels, but it's nice to know they're there. This is one of the hooks that we will be making, probably electroplated. And here you can see a near final paint job, the browning guns that are now the correct black color, and that classic drooping nose cone that is a bit overexposed in this image, so it is darker in reality. And here you see one of the side pods with the chains attached. Here you see the passenger side pod with the different hoses and tubing. And then here is a close-up of an actual metal gas filler cap. These are the correctly rotated rear exhausts. Here's another close-up of the panels behind the headrests with actual netting. The panel in the side of the doors, like I said before. And here is a video that shows you how to add the chains. And yes, we will include a third chain because this is something you might lose. And they just attach magnetically. We will even include the little pincette. Here you see a close-up of the actual die-cast steering wheel. It's not rotated properly right now. Anyway, I'm really happy with how this interior has turned out. Like I said, the leather effects, all the accurate details, all the labels, all the lights. I like that these handles move, and yes, I know that they should be moving individually, but that was just something that we would not be able to add. The steering wheel turns. It does not turn the front wheels because that would be too much force on that. This is actually full metal, even the black parts that are painted. So here's a better look at the full die-cast adjust steering wheel with the full metal axle. Very happy how that turned out. Let me give you a short unboxing as we're testing the packaging. As you can see, the beautiful high-end gray styrofoam, the actual Jazz Ink marked Velcro, the booklet that is included in every single one. Here you see the rotating platform, so you can put it on there and actually rotate it. Then you can see it's in plastic. There's extra protective foam, then more Velcro to keep everything in place. Then let's just take it out and show you the first test sample. Please forgive the fingerprints and all the dust that is floating around in the factory, but it'll give you an idea. We will actually be placing a lot of plastic and extra protective stuff around the extra parts like the Browning machine guns, and like I showed you in the video, the remote and the wings or the knee cappers and all that sort of thing will be in extra packaging. Here you can see the turbine spinning. Some people in the group have been commenting that they don't like the noise. The engine is actually completely silent, as you can hear in this video. It's just as soon as you mount it to a soundboard and a big hole, like an echo chamber that the body is, there will be some sound, and we're trying to minimize that as much as possible. So let's look at this thing. Again, please excuse all the fingerprints. There's been dozens of people handling this thing so far. But as you can see, all metal grills and lots of other metal parts. You can actually see all the detail on the side of the tires. Here is the lights working for the remote and the rear. The correct rear turtle shell really close on that turbine. We might make the turbine a little bit darker, by the way, and look at these very cool Mickey Thompson tires. Again, the bat symbols on the ends of those rims are actually full metal as well as all those grills you're seeing everywhere. We've lightened up the front yellow lights as per the suggestion of the experts. You can see a much thinner edge around the outer turbine wall, and look at all that beautiful metal mesh work behind all those openings, just like the real thing. The holes will be slightly larger because otherwise in actual 6 scale it would be too small and you wouldn't be able to see anything, basically. So here is the rear turbine and then the smoke effect. And then there are 4 different sound clips. So one will be an engine sound like people have been asking for. And then there's 3 other clips from the movie, which was the only option I had that I would actually get approval for. So here's the spinning turbine again. We've made the speed as low as possible. And like I said, we're working on getting the sound as low as possible. But it's meant to be played together with the engine effects and the smoke. So then it won't be very audible at all. So let me give you a few close-ups of all the metal meshes that are behind all the openings in the body. They're actually more than this. And here you can see how they are mounted from the rear. So even these small vents will actually have that behind it. And then you can see the plastic that's covering the Browning guns. Then you see more of these metal meshes through all these openings. There on the side, here on the side, there inside those intakes, even behind the Volkswagen grills, again fully mounted with a special mechanism that we had to design. Then you can see the rubber step parts on top of those turbines, as you can see. So all in all, I'm very confident to say that this is not only the most accurate, but also the most detailed model of the 1989 Batmobile out there. So thank you for your support, and until next time.